You are being brainwashed. Something is priming you, not just influencing you, literally shaping how you think and how you feel. Today, we are going to make this unconscious force conscious and pull the veil back on priming. What is priming? Priming is when one stimulus subconsciously influences another. It is subtle, it is simple, and it's one of the most powerful influences of the human operating system. You see, life is like a movie. We think when we watch a movie, we're deciding how to feel and what to think, but we're not. It's the sound, it's the visuals, it's the cinematography. If it's a horror movie, they use high pitched dissonant tones. If it's a comedy movie, they use upbeat music. A movie is a feeling map directing you what to experience from moment to moment. Life, too, is a feeling map, only most of the time, we aren't the directors. We let other people direct us for us. Today, we're going to learn how to get this power back. What is the actual science behind priming? Priming has been validated by numerous peer-reviewed research. In a study in 2008, participants were given a warm cup of coffee and a cold cup of coffee. The participants that were given the warm cup of coffee would say the strangers were warm and loving. The participants that were given the cold cup of coffee would often say the strangers were cold and distant. In another study in 1996, participants were given words associated with aging, like slow and senile. Then they had the groups walk across the room to see if it affected their walking speed. The group that was given the words associated with aging walked significantly slower than the group that was given just regular words. In another study in 2005, they had participants in a room smelled of citrus and in a room that didn't smell of anything. They had them complete an activity, and in the room smelled of citrus, they were more likely to clean up after themselves. Another study in 2001, college students were given achievement-related words in a word search. They found that the groups that were given the achievement-related words would do much better in a subsequent crossword puzzle. These studies show that priming has been validated by science over and over and over again. Let me make this personal. Without conscious priming, my days felt heavy. I would wake up and I would want to see what the world is doing. I would check my phone or social media. I would watch the news, and I would be in a state of panic. I would feel that the world was falling apart, and my life too was falling apart as a result. When I started implementing conscious priming, the game completely changed. Instead of waking up and seeing what is the world doing, I woke up to see what I'm doing. I would meditate. I would listen to a motivational podcast or inspirational music. I would prime myself for a state of calm. I would take that into my work and calmly go about my work. and I would take that home and still have energy to create and do what I needed to do before priming myself for sleep. Before we go into actually how to implement conscious priming in our lives, it's important to understand that with any of these cheat codes, you have to let go of who you think you are, who the world has told you you are, and go in with a blank slate. Because if you don't, if you bring all that baggage of your past, you won't be able to change your life. But if you do, these cheat codes really have the capacity to change your life. So, how do you implement conscious priming? It sounds pretty simple, but it's all in what you do first. Don't check your phone. Don't hit snooze. Instead, wake up and get yourself in a calm state. Meditate. Maybe go for a walk. When you get to work, prime your environment. Use warmer or softer lighting. Use background music. Don't do motivational, emotional tasks until you feel calm and centered. At lunch, prime yourself again. Take a short walk. Take a short nap to be ready for the rest of your day. When you get home, prime yourself for sleep. Turn down the lights. Turn off screens. Drink some warm tea. All to tell you that it's time to get a good night's rest. Priming proves we are both the simulation and the simulator. The only question is who's doing the priming. Today, we made the unconscious conscious on priming. We learned how to prime our environment rather than it priming us. We must become the director of our movie, not just the participant. This was one cheat code. There are many more. New episodes drop every Sunday. So if you're tired of being controlled by life, if you're tired of being just a simulation and ready to start running the simulator, stick around. Our next cheat code will drop next Sunday.